Lynn Norman just may have been the original team mom. Not long after she and her husband, John, moved out to Hatfield from the Mount Airy section of Philadelphia in 1975. John was asked to coach their son's baseball team. It's unclear whether team mom was an official designation at that point, but it certainly would be by the time Lynn's Little League days were over, because she helped to define that role. She saw the potential of the Hatfield Little League, and you know, Hatfield Little League really played a big part in Hatfield. And I think it still does in a lot of ways, but back then, that's a pretty big deal. She saw the potential of the Hatfield Little League to benefit from the snack stand, and she recruited other parents to help run it. She saw kids walking home by themselves after games, and she organized rides to make sure they got home safe. She solicited donations from parents and used some of the snack stand revenue to fund scholarships so that families with more than one child in Little League could afford to have all their kids play. That's pretty important. In between all that, she managed to support her own family, watch her own kids play as John coached. Little League was a great way to meet new people and get involved in the community, she says. We love doing it. Thanks in part to all the community connections the Normans made through Little League baseball, John was encouraged to run for township commissioner in 1981. Just like a Little League team, every political campaign needs a team mom. And Lynn was just the person for the job. She remembers being John's driver during the spring of 1981 when she would go door to door on the weekend, visiting every residence in Ward 2 to introduce herself and ask for their vote. She remembers the good advice they received from an incumbent commissioner who was also an amateur photographer. He suggested taking a family photo
That's up there.
to use for his campaign mailer. And our kids thought it was the coolest thing, Lynn says. They said, "You're giving that out to everybody?" It's the one up there in the corner. So I think they did have color back in those days.
That was unfair.
So the successful campaign launched a career of services on the Hatfield Township Board of Commissioners that would last for more than 20 years for John Norman, and was a catalyst for Lynn's next voluntary position as a Ward 2 committee person, responsible for the smooth operations of the polling places on election day. She mostly responded to voters' needs, everything from explaining ballot initiatives to answering questions, how do I do a write-in vote, to what time the polls close. So this is one of the things that I think several years later I kind of took over this responsibility, and there was quite it wasn't an easy task. I think a lot of the committee people just, sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. But they said, "Hey, you buying pizza for us?" The Normans always bought us pizza. So, but that made me think. And so, you know, I tried my best to carry on the tradition. So looking at all the ways Lynn was involved in the Hatfield community, it's easy to assume that she was a stay-at-home mom, but you would be incorrect. All these roles, wife, mother, team mom, campaign manager, committee woman, had been embraced while managing a 30-year career at InterSystems, formerly Honeywell, in Horsham. That dedication and commitment is born out of Lynn's love for her family and the town in which they live in. We truly love this community and its hardworking people. She says Hatfield Township helps shape our family's life, and we always have great memories. So it's pretty incredible. You know, the other thing is when you're a commissioner's wife, you give up a lot of time. Tom says this all the time. The commissioner gets a lot of the glory, but the significant other is at home doing all the work that they're not getting done. And I think back in the 80s and 90s, Hatfield Township was a pretty busy place with a lot of growing and stuff like that, a lot of changes. So I'm sure she had a lot of extra responsibilities she had to pick up on. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think that I chose to pick her to celebrate all that she's done for Hatfield Township and the community.
Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Well, I have to ask, can I say something here?
Yeah.
Very short, I promise.
Of course you can.
I want to keep everybody. I promise. Thank you very much. I can't wait to get him with that box. I would like to thank you in front of everybody. That was very nice. I appreciate that. And thank you to my husband.
We're dragging you into this, huh?
Who really wanted to move here as much as I did. And the rest is history. And thank you to the community leaders, past and present, residents, township staff, for creating a community to raise our family. It's been wonderful. Thank you. I'm honored. Thank you all.